When a man gravitates towards the average looking woman instead of the attractive woman, it may not be all about her looks. It may be about her personality that makes him feel safe. Or sometimes he simply doesn't like attractive women, or he doesn't like attractive women because his mother or his father taught him not to like attractive women because they taught him that beauty that's too refined equals danger. In many families today, especially when mothers raise their sons, they raise them to equate attraction with risk. And this can create a deep internal conflict. They admire beauty but reject it in practice. So the root issue with a lot of men who hate attractive women is unhealthy identity formation. And a lot of people raise their children, sons and daughters, not of healthy frameworks for understanding relationships and attraction. So instead of being taught balance on how to appreciate both character and outward beauty, many people teach their children distorted views when it comes to beauty. And as a result, they develop odd responses to highly attractive women. Suspicion, fear, or even hostility. That's why there's been times as an attractive woman, I walk up in a party and a guy go, "Who that hoe right there?" And it's because his father and brothers taught them that, oh, the girl who's pretty with the busty body is a hoochie coochie girl. When that's not the case, she's more than that. So most people in the world make choices and perceive things from a pains lens rather than a logical lens of how God designed us to be. Because when we see someone, our approach should be, what is their character? Like, let me get to know them. But because the world is corrupt physically and spiritually, most people perceive people through a pains lens. They don't perceive them through a God's lens, because a God's lens wants to find out more about the person. But a person without the God lens automatically judges. They perceive that, oh, she is a hoe. She's nasty. She's coming to have sex with all the guys. So instead of approaching relationships and beauty with clarity, many respond from biases. And God did not design us that way when it comes to our viewpoint. Most men are shaped by their parents, and most parents in this world lack self-awareness, and they cannot clearly distinguish which women are genuinely good for them and which are not. And actually, a lot of guys think that they are going to sleep with angels and beautiful queens, but they're really going to sleep with demons and girls that are corrupting their mind. But this is what happens when everyone goes out of the natural order. The standards become distorted. So as an attractive woman, knowing this truth brings clarity, because you need to stay away from men who are unclear about their beauty perception. And for me, as an attractive woman, I refuse to date a man who does not believe in God, because a man who doesn't have no belief in a higher power, for me, will not make me feel safe as an attractive woman. I also noticed that guys who don't believe in God, when they do get with a highly attractive woman, when they are tested with believing her word, they allow their emotional extremes to get the best of them. I can't have that around me. As of now, I'd rather date a guy who believes in something higher. I refuse to date a man whose parents also never taught him how to appreciate the full spectrum of women's beauty. So if I go over a guy's house and his father is invalidating me, that says a lot. And the reason why I say this is because when I was with my first love, his mom was pretty, but she was not as pretty as me. when his dad seen me, his dad would just be like, hi, and just keep walking. Like, he wouldn't talk to me. He wouldn't validate me. And what I found out was his mom was a submissive. Like, his dad was a narcissist. His mom literally let his dad say anything to her. So I didn't have that nature, and that's why I feel like he didn't validate me that much. But I noticed, like, when I went over another guy's place, his dad validated me a lot and was like, do you want something to drink? Do you want something to eat? And that says a lot. That means that his dad really appreciates the full spectrum of all women's beauty, not just the average one, not just the ghetto one, not just the one that is all soft and, she don't say that much. He appreciates the full spectrum of all women's beauty. So how a guy's parents act and what they taught him, because like father, like son, and that is the truth. So I refuse to date a man without a vision, without career stability or direction, because many men see attractive women as too valuable anyways. So, if a man doesn't have a vision, career stability, or direction, he will always feel like he cannot provide for the constant happiness in every area of that attractive woman's life. Like, I'm sorry, even if he worked a 9 to 5, he might be nice to you, but sometimes even when he's nice to you in the beginning, he starts to act hot and cold. I don't want to date guys that don't have a vision or career stability or direction, because there's always a problem. Like, either he's really happy to be with me in the beginning, and then later the guy that works 9 to 5 starts to act mean. He starts to want to argue. He starts to want to act immature. And it's because he knows your value. Like, he knows other guys want to be with you. Other guys are ready to be with you, to give you that money, to sit you in their house, So I learned that when dealing with guys who don't have a vision or career stability. I just feel like it's always something with them. Like, even if they wasn't giving me hot and cold in the relationship, they'll prolong an argument or, just petty stuff. So that's why I refuse to date a man that does not have a vision or career or just strong direction of his life. So when a man is handsome and rejects you and chooses someone average, it doesn't mean you aren't enough. It has nothing to do with you. It's something going on with him. And there's a lot of those. There's a lot of those walking around. And some of them be looking at you all mean, like they want you to go into prostitution and stuff like that, because someone taught them that you are a problem, not an equal. His rejection reflects fear of value that he cannot sustain. It's not a flaw of your worth, and it separates you from men like him and men who are prepared to embrace the fullness of your beauty, strength, and complexity.